Hey there everyone, AJ back again for the Mighty Gluestick channel. For today's video, we'll be taking a temporary hiatus from the ecology of demons and devils and other monstrous things, instead to discuss the popular online D&D show Critical Role. We'll explore Exandria's most notable holiday through its traditions and customs and delve into the history of this event, but also uncover hints of dark secrets harboured by a member of Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. This video script was written by the assistance of Critical Role superfan RunTimeErrorBoy, who requested you show your appreciation by liking this video and subscribing to this channel for more videos. Thank you very much. Winter's Crest is the most notable holiday in Matthew Mercer's fictional realm of Exandria, and in tal'dorei is a celebration of freedom from Eravon, the Rime Lord, on the 20th day of the 12th month, Duskar. Traditions encourage basking in the warmth of family, friendship, presents, and revelry. Very similar to Christmas, with a few exceptions. Drinking and pie-eating contests, done separately, are customary forms of entertainment, but festivities also include carnival games and harmless pranks such as sneakily decorating someone's clothes with ornaments to accompany Winter's Crest's most informal tradition, silly hats. But Winter's Crest holds a dark secret that has only been briefly foreshadowed in the Critical Role series. Before the rise of Thordak the Cinder King, there was a time known as the Ice Lost Years. During this time, a greater ice elemental named Eravon, the Rime Lord, invaded tal'dorei from Frostfell, the elemental plane of ice, conquering much of the land surrounding a region known as the Frostweald. Winter's Crest marks the day of victory over this invading force by the allied forces of tal'dorei. While some consider the Matron of Ravens, also known as the Raven Queen, the winter patron of the holiday of Winter's Crest, most see the holiday as belonging to the people of the land and recognizing no pertaining divine worship that's taken from the tal'dorei campaign setting, page 10 and 17. Winter's Crest coincides with the thinning of the barriers between planes, which was a natural occurrence even before the Rime Lord's rise to power during the Ice Lost Years. And while never explicitly stated, the tal'dorei campaign setting strongly implies that the thin barriers between planes were an instrumental part in the Ashare plan to trap Eravon in Frostfell, the elemental plane of ice. These events may even explain how the Arcana Panphilosophical gained the information needed to seal Thordak in the elemental plane of fire by binding him to a soul anchor from the salvaged heart crystal of a primordial fire titan. Theoretically, this means a creature could be bound to the elemental plane of earth using the Titan's stone knuckles, a vestige of divergence, created from the heart of a long-dead Titan Earth Elemental. Surprisingly, this is not the dark secret, but that Taliesin Jaffe's player characters are inexorably tied into this reoccurring event, as we'll discover. The story hook for the campaign guide could be that very thing. Foramere Basin Adventures, A Nightmare Before Winter's Crest. This is for mid-level characters. The Festival of Winter's Crest celebrates the anniversary of the Rime Lord's defeat in the fall of Foramere Citadel. The PCs, far from home on the holiday, are not only witness to the fishing communities who gather on the banks of the basin to celebrate Winter's Crest, but the grim sight of Foramere's waters surging upward from the basin. The water has begun to freeze into towers of ice. Someone or something is recreating the domain of Eravon, the Rime Lord, and will not stop until all of tal'dorei is buried in ice. All of this, of course, revolves primarily around Taliesin Jaffe's character Mollymauk, or Molly to his friends. Mollymauk is a flamboyant tiefling with a lot of charm and wit. He wears a holy symbol of the Platinum Dragon Bahamut, but this seems to be pretty obvious ruse to disguise his true beliefs. His patron deity seems to be the Moonweaver. His true holy symbols, if they could be called that, are the sun and moon jewellery hanging from his horn, which are the same symbols that are woven into his robe, his flamboyant robes, and may have a connection to his obsession with Winter's Crest. This festival is tied to a thinning of the boundaries between the planes, as we mentioned, at the greater ice elemental named Eravon, and several events in Vox Machina's past, including a deadly fight with a Glabrezu demon. There are some odd things about Mollymauk, even for a tiefling. In addition to his 2 relatively normal red eyes, he has 3 additional magical red eyes located around his body. One on the right side of his neck, one on the shoulder area, and the another in the palm of his hand. And we've seen that each are disguised with additional animal tattoos. We've seen a snake and a peacock. The tattoo specifically on Mollymauk's neck allows him to coat his blades in blood, which transforms into magical ice. Another telltale sign of something hinky going on. The only 2 languages he speaks are Common and Infernal. There are many questions to explore with this interesting character. What do the Sun and Moon's designs truly represent? What does his lavender skin colour, curled horns, pointed tail, all red eyes and special powers say about his tiefling origins? What can be drawn from the rich D&D lore about demons with multiple eyes or devils that have ice-based elemental powers? Is this potentially a sign of Erebon's return? Is it this thinning of the barrier between planes a chance for Mollymauk's contact to be cemented with a devil or a demon? If so, why and for what? In this campaign, it is likely that Mollymauk is lawful precisely because Talison's last character, Percy, was chaotic. After all, it was intentional that Season 2 characters were designed by each player to be the opposite of the Season 1 character in many ways. But this may have been equally resulted in Mollymauk simply being good, considering all of Percy's bad habits. Certainly an interesting character to watch as the Critical Role campaign unfolds. Once again, big thanks to the Critical Role superfan RunTimeErrorBoy, who did all the research writing for this video. I'm just the narrator on this one. If you like this sort of content, be sure to share it with other Critical Role fans, and I'm sure RunTimeErrorBoy will be happy to keep making content for us all. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'll catch you again soon.